Hey guys, I wanted to tell you a story today. It's called Gook's Harbingers. There once was a planet called Gaia in the Baby Ruth galaxy far, far away. The world had become particularly villainous, with a global government finally banding together to manage the overpopulated masses. Peace didn't seem possible after the many wars that were fought by the masses deceived into fighting one another. One of the many schemes to reduce Gaia's population. After a campaign of poisoning the water supplies with strange chemicals such as seluline, a swimming pool additive, and faunadide, a toothpaste additive, the global elite revived an old protozoa that had wiped out millions of people almost 100 years before, called the Magenta Protozoa. As people began to drop like flies, the media controlled by the global elite, using fear tactics, convinced the remaining population to get a free vaccine, which was derived from the deadly protozoa being cultivated in egg whites and then doused in dramahyde, a chemical used to embalm the dead. What the unsuspecting public was not aware of is that the vaccines were intentionally doctored to not be dramahydated, causing all to be injected with the protozoa to die within 48 hours of being inoculated by the small parasite that lodges in the hearts of its hosts. All who got the injections died. Two groups were able to survive this terrible travesty. One was the global elite, who organized the monumental extermination of the masses in order to bring Gaia's population down to a more manageable level. The other was a small group of people from all parts of the world, a group that had been recently incarcerated for their strict religious views which contradicted the state, views which forbade them from eating egg whites, a critical substance used to vaccinate all people against many major illnesses, a group called Gook's Harbingers. Gook, according to Gook's Harbingers, was the one responsible for making Gaia out of nothing. Gook's Harbingers felt their mission in life was to tell all mankind about Gook and the wonderful future he had in store for all those having faith, a future they call illustrious Gaia. There was one little detail about Gook that the followers never realized. Gook was made up by the global elite as part of a very huge scheme, a scheme which had nothing to do with Gook's Harbingers' well-being, and yet had everything to do with the global elite's future. What Gook's Harbingers didn't realize is that they were covertly being prepared for over 100 years to supply organs and certain regenerative tissues for the global elite. They had been conditioned to shun drugs, immorality, and anything that might corrupt their living flesh in order to keep it in a clean state. So today, Gook's Harbingers sit in their jail cells, boldly singing their commendations to Gook, songs designed by the global elite to hypnotize the members, telling their captors about the wonderful, illustrious Gaia that awaits them as their reward for faithfulness, calmly waiting for their day to be modified, a term used by the global elite which connotes decapitation, then having their bodies attached to highly sophisticated life support systems designed by the global elite to sustain their living flesh, and then finally having their organs removed when needed with the intent of prolonging the lives of the global elite.